truly a privilege to welcome each and every one of you. Today marks an incredibly special occasion. We are all here to launch Angina X. As the name suggests, our mission is to X out angina. This moment is not just a milestone, it's the beginning of a movement, an ongoing journey fueled by innovation, resilience, and a shared vision. Tonight, as we take this leap forward, we are proud to celebrate not just a product launch, but a commitment to innovate, impact, and save lives. It's my absolute honor to welcome someone who has been the driving force behind this vision. A leader who truly needs no introduction, but certainly deserves one. A visionary, an innovator, and an inspiration to all of us. Under his leadership, Angina X has grown from an ambitious idea to a trailblazing name in healthcare technology. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to the founder, Mr. Gosalia. Naman, we are truly excited to hear from you today and gain valuable insights. The stage is all yours for your keynote.
Thank you. Introductions are sometimes very funny. I find it awkward, but thanks for the warm welcome. I've been waiting for this day since so long, and finally it has arrived. 700 days and nights of hard work, passion, and determination, and belief that we could build something so revolutionary. Great products don't just happen like that. It requires passion, an innovative mindset, as well as the drive to make a difference. Today we have an entire team here, our endocrinologist, our cardiologist, data scientist, AI scientist, biologist, bioinformaticians, entire software team, software designer, engineers, all of you guys, entire operational team, IT, legal, regulatory compliancy, the entire medical staff in US, in Hungary, our consultant from Mumbai, every one of you have put your heart into the vision of Angina X. So I'm feeling fortunate and inspired and also thrilled to announce India's first AI medical assistant. It's cardiology expert, backed by scientific research, and it's for the people of India. And it looks like, and we have called it AI cardiology assistant. It looks like this. Or this. It's funny, right? For those who don't know, this is TARS from the movie Interstellar. TARS is a robot that accompanies astronauts for their critical mission. TARS is something that it does everything. We want to bring TARS to your office if you're doctors. The only difference is this TARS is going to sit behind the zeros and ones in software. Angina X doesn't believe in head count. We believe in heart counts. Okay? So before we go talk about Angina X, we'll wait for the demo before we can show you what actually Angina X is. I want to ask all of you guys doctors one question. How many of you have patients that are actively involved in primary prevention? Anyone? A few? One, two? I don't see many. Well, that's not surprising. Our team did survey of 2 lakh people And we found out, and we asked one question, how many of you are involved regularly in primary prevention? The result was only 10%. 90% people of India are not involved in primary prevention. Now, here is surprising part. When we ask same people a question, a different question, there was do you wish to? The answer was 63% said yes. Now, this math doesn't understand. I don't understand this math. 90% people are not part of primary prevention. 63% of people wish to be. This doesn't add up, right? Well, then we dug deeper and we found out there are many, many reasons involved, and each reasons are individualistic. There are unique reasons, but the most important reasons were three that we found out. One is fear, second is cost, and third is time. Well, we know this is not news for us. The current medical establishment in India, the setup is fear-based. Patients do not want to go to doctor. That's the last priority. They'll rather spend time on praying, or they probably get their haldi, but then they'll think they'll be fine, but they will not go to doctor. That's unfortunate. Cost. They'll rather spend time and money on buying toxin that can deliver in 10 minutes, but they'll not spend money on their own health, which is more essential. And current establishment is time consuming. It's not patient friendly. Patient wants to go to doctor, the half day is gone. Labs, waiting in lobby, looking at other sick people. It's not pleasant experience. How do we solve this problem? Well, we're gonna solve this problem by Angina X. At Angina X, what we want to do is we want to build the entire healthcare system that can transform. We don't want to build tools. We want to build revolution. And that's exactly what our mission is. But before I go and talk about what Angina X does, let's talk about what other companies are doing. Other companies are building AI tools which are more specific to integration perspective. We don't want to do that. That's just solving each problem. We want to build something that is going to be entire upgrade to the existing medical professionals, hospitals, clinics, individual doctors. And that's how we're going to empower doctors and medical community. Let's talk about Angina X. Angina X is going to cover these things. First of all, in India, there is no single standard that we are using, doctors are using when it comes to cardiovascular risk assessment. WHO is ISH, QRIS-3 calculator, score. Framingham heart study, it's still in textbook. It's for Western population, and we're still using it. Well, there is no problem with those traditional biomarkers. But it is not calibrated for Indian population. We need detailed scientific assessment, research that can comply for Indian population. That's what we have done. Angina X is built with a deep understanding of Indian specific risk factors. So if someone has normal BMI and okay in normal LDL, it doesn't mean he is fine. He might be insulin resistant. He might be metabolic dysfunction. The current symptom, angina, chest pain, shortness of breath, that should be the last option. We should start focusing on people when they are metabolically ill, when the chronic disease progresses. And that's exactly why Angina X is built to combat this situation, to empower doctors so they can assess every individual and their biomarkers in a very detailed report perspective. So what it does is, it intelligently weighs all the list of biomarkers, and then it analyzes all different kind of combination and patterns and provides that unique results to the individual patient. After that, it generates a detailed risk report and then provides crisp, concise, and clear treatment plan that adds further investigation, that adds additional reports that's required, that adds lifestyle changes, that adds treatment plan including medication. All these things happens in seconds. In seconds. So now doctor has that patient's detailed biomarker information, whether it's abnormal, normal, high, low, and AI generates this, including their risk, their past condition, their historical value, treatment recommendation, and provides everything in second. So now doctor doesn't have to spend time on processes. Doctor doesn't have to look at the old physical file and new physical file and look at the H or the low or the abnormal and write it down and figure out what symptoms they have. This is all for primary prevention. That's what Angina X is built for. This is the change. The second thing is the current doctor to patient ratio is 1 doctor, 1,375 patients. Now this is general population by WHO and it's over the, within the range as well. But what about those 90,000 plus patients, that potential patient, they're chronically ill. They don't have any symptoms because they think visceral fat is not the symptoms. They think it's only the chest pain is the symptoms. What about those patients? Now, how do we solve this problem? Can anyone tell me? Easy. Produce more doctors, right? And that's what we're doing, right? Well, that's not a bad idea, but by producing more doctors and covering that patient ratio, still, if doctor works 365 days, 24 hours, every single day without break, they still not be able to cover 5% of that population. How do we solve this? Angina X. When we built Angina X, there was one thing that we discussed. We don't have sales team. You just saw that we talked about every single functions and domains of our team. We don't have sales team. The reason we don't have sales team is because we don't want to sell this product. Our KPI for this product is we want to build such a product that we don't have to sell. It should be adopted by doctor because doctor needs it. And that's why this entire system was built specifically with just 5 clicks. Doctor will not be spending on computer more than 5 clicks. And that's how they're going to see more patient. When we did our pilot, we found out one doctor can see 100 plus patient. They can also have an acute care settings and have another setting for primary prevention so they can cover more patients. One patient, 5 minutes. The entire portfolio is done within 5 minutes. The intervention is done with less than 5 minutes. Doctor will be able to see that insights of that patient in 1 minute and then talk to patient if they want to see the symptoms. That's how we're going to solve. The third thing is, we really want to talk about these new systems that everyone is probably familiar with. You probably are using it. This system is the management system. You're clicking it. It looks good. It does job. But it's not so smart. Doctors don't want to use it. Their staff wants to use it. This system is the detail management. And it does everything as well. It does the job. But if you want to do command input to this system, you're wasting time. Angina X is not wanting you to do anything. Angina X will do for you. Our system is going to change the way healthcare system is going to work. So what is current situation? Patient comes, provides an Angina X medical record number, the entire historical value, data, that patient's information is right there uploaded in seconds as well. No filing form, no filling form, and no talking about waiting in the line, no lobby, no vitals, not waiting again in the lobby. Everything should be done instantly in a second by just providing Angina X medical record number. And that's how we are building EHR system. Any patient who comes to see the doctor, now doctor and patient will use this unique ID number. Now everything is being stored for that patient in historical value. No files, no paperwork, strictly EMR. One more thing, one last thing that I want to mention. As Lynette mentioned, our goal is to X out angina. Angina should not be the symptoms. Even high LDL is not the symptoms. It's the problem of real issue, which is insulin resistance. Hypertension is not the problem. It's probably the symptoms of a real problem, which could be uric acid irregularity as well. We need to go and dive deeper into much further metabolic health. Our people require prevention help. And all of you doctors, we have built these tools to empower you, to bring the capability extensively. And we want to make sure that every Indian in this country uses and screens this system. And that's our goal. Let's together save lives. Thank you.